Hey, horror fans! Once again, it's the Horror Mizamani G, and what I'm going to be doing for this great month of October and Halloween, I'm going to do something a little bit different as opposed to what everyone else is doing. Like everyone is doing the 31 Days of Halloween. I know Emma from Spooky Astronauts is doing it. Vicky from Nightmare Maven, my friend Lisa Love, she's doing it. We have a lot of people doing these 31 Days of Halloween. I myself, I'll try to do that next year. I really would have to really do a great planning, getting prepared to do something that monumental, creating videos for every day of the week for 31 days. So I really had to prepare myself to do that. So I'm going to wait to do that next year so I can be better prepared. But what I will do for the month is I'm going to do something that I believe that somebody that's not getting the respect during this month of October and Halloween, and that's creatures. Yeah, the monsters. You know, we got Freddy, and of course we got Michael Myers coming out in Halloween. People still talking about Jason. Yeah, and everyone's talking about the slashers. We had Hellfest. But what about the monsters? Let's give the monsters some love. So I'm going to have a Creature of the Week video for the next 4 weeks this month. And we're going to start off doing the review of one of my favorite monster pictures, The Relic. Now, The Relic is a 1997 science fiction horror film that was directed by Peter Haynes. And it's actually based on a best-selling novel called The Relic by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. The film stars Penelope Ann Phillip and Tom Sizemore and Linda Hunt, and the original music score was composed by John Debney. Now, like I said before, I truly enjoyed this movie when I first saw it in theaters. It's a nice monster picture, very good acting, very great creature designs. I truly did enjoy it, but let's get on and let's talk about The Relic. Now, as I stated before, this movie is based upon the novel The Relic. Now, in the book, the movie takes place in New York, and here it takes place in Chicago. Let's see. And one of the main characters in the movie is not in... I'm sorry. One of the main characters in the book is not in the movie. But other than those two, they really kind of stick kind of somewhat on the book. They do take some liberties with some of the characters in the book, but that's basically what they do. You don't see one of the main characters in the book. He's not in the movie, and it takes place in Chicago and not in New York. Now, as I stated before, this movie is really, really very well, nicely paced and well made from the beginning of the scenes that we see. I believe it's supposed to be in Brazilian rainforest where the doctor meets the Kothoga tribe, up until we get the ship docked into the Chicago harbor and to the Chicago Museum itself, all the way to, especially when we get into the middle of the second act, where we see all the tunnels, and then we get the claustrophobic feeling, and the tension is in the air because we don't know whether or not the creature is going to strike anywhere throughout the film because it can, because that's how the film is set up. So we got to give Peter Hyman and his filmmakers, they did a great job in creating great, nice tension, very well, nice set pieces, and a very fun ride for this particular monster movie. One of the great aspects of this film is the practical effects. They're fantastic. I mean, from the moment that the time we see the ship and we see a bunch of dead bodies, you got great practical effects there. We see the autopsy there. You saw great practical effects in that particular part of the film. Now, there is some CGI, but the CGI looks very well, between that and the practical effects they do. So you got to give everyone a lot of credit, especially cinematography. Such a great blending of the CGI and the practical effects. And the on-screen kills are awesome in this one. You get some great on-screen kills. Now, you really got to give Tom Sizemore a lot of credit. He's excellent as Detective Vincent D'Augusta in this film. He's a very grizzled detective, and he basically only wants to do the one thing, and that's to catch the killer. His superstitious, in his film, based upon the story he tells later on, it's a nice play upon the movie because some parts of the movie does use superstitious superstition myths. And he really takes that in the heart. So it's kind of a nice play on how he mixes that superstition and how he does his job. Another great aspect of this film is another great job is Penelope Ann Miller, who plays Dr. Margot Green, and I thought she also did a good job too. Well, I'm very thankful that the fact that she's not just here for eye candy. She gives Dr. Margot credibility, making us believe that yes, she's a brilliant scientist. She does what she can for her people, and I like how her and Tom Sizemore play off of each other. It's not okay, we got these two actors, let's make them a love interest. No, they're two caring people who want to survive and want to be able to defeat the monster. And I like how they play off each other, and there's no love interest in there, which I'm pretty grateful of that happening. We don't have that typical cliche in this particular movie. And all the other character actors do a pretty good job in this movie. Linda Hunt is, like I said, Linda Hunt is excellent as the curator, Dr. Cuthbert. We have Clayton Roltner as Sergeant Hollingworth. He's pretty good too. Like I said, everyone is pretty good in this film. Like I said, you got some nice character actors, and I also even like Ching Ming Lo as Dr. Greg Lee. He's Dr. Margot Green's rival in this picture, and I like how they play off each other too. Everyone does a good job. There's not really anything bad as far as anything I saw in this film when it comes to the acting and everything else. Now, of course, we have to talk about the Kothoga because he is the main star in this picture, and he was designed by the great Stan Winston, and you got to give him and his team credit. This is an incredible, powerful monster. He is no joke. When he is in the room, you know you are in trouble from the size, the power that he has, and the speed that it belittles his size. So they did a great job in creating and designing this monster. When you look at him, he looks like a combination of a lion and a rhinoceros. Yeah, that's what I got. And of course, those big mandible claws that he has when he kills his victims. You know, I'm pretty sure the people who've seen the film knows that the fact that he has to live off of a substance in our brain. So he basically will just go on ahead, take his mandible claws, squeeze your head off, and decapitate you, and take what he can out of the human brains. That's what he does. But it's such a powerful monster, and like I said, it's quick and it's fast too. There is no joke when it comes to the Kothoga. Yeah, and like I said, he's menacing. I also liked how they designed him on faraway shots with the CGI, because you know you can tell with CGI, and he still looks threatening and menacing, and the close-ups that he does as well. He is very menacing, and you can always, and I love how they do the heaving part when he's breathing. And they actually played a heaving because in one aspect you actually grin as well. We got some great special effects, some great on-screen kills, great practical effects, excellent gore, some nice blood shots as well, some nice blood as well. I mean, you really have to sit back and enjoy the Relic. So anytime you want to watch a great monster picture, I suggest you definitely look this up. So the Horror Mice is going to open up its vault, and I'm going to give the Relic 3.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yes, I'm going to give the Relic 3.5 out of my 5 gold coins. This is an excellent monster picture. So, my horror fans, have you seen the Relic? Did you really enjoy it? Do you think this was an excellent monster picture, or were you highly disappointed and expected more? Leave your comments down in your comment section below and tell me what you thought about the Relic. So, once again, that's my video for today. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, because it does help the channel out a lot. And once again, this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Money Gene. As always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. If you want me to review a creature of the week, leave your suggestions down in the comment box, and if I haven't seen it yet, I will watch it and try to do a review on it. So that way I can actually do some more, because I will be doing these creatures of the week for Halloween. But once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember, horror rules. I'll see you guys later. I'm out.